Welcome to the Year of Every podcast. Today we have an incredible guest here today. So put on your seatbelt and just ready to roll. Power-packed information for you, and something that's going to inspire you, that's going to help our community grow. So, who's Denise D, commonly known as D? She's the founder of Task Force Inc. She's a community builder. She's a survivor turned leader. Founder of Task Force Inc., mother of 5 boys, survivor of domestic abuse that nearly cost her life. Experienced homelessness, living in her car, overcame deep emotional distress. She's not just a founder, she's a survivor turned builder. But she's based in Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center. She served immigrant communities in low-income communities, provide food distribution, and direct support. She operates in a very high demand. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so what is something that people completely misunderstand about what you do?
First, I would say being a mother of 5 boys.
Okay.
People still can't believe that I have 5 boys.
You still can't believe it.
Yeah. People be like, no, you're joking.
Right.
Yeah, I do. And then being a victim of domestic abuse.
Okay.
People say no. And I keep explaining my story, and I will never stop talking about it.
Okay.
And homelessness. Yes. So.
Tell me more about the homelessness.
Well, everything started from me being married, had a wonderful life, thought it was wonderful. Had a home in Minnetonka with my ex-husband, and kids, domestic abuse started. Most of the time we cover it up, especially within the African community, because the stigma behind us, you can't talk about abuse. You have to be strong. You have to put up that brave face every time you're out there. So I cover it up every time, and I almost got killed 2 different times. And the last one, Minnesota had to step in. Like, if you are going to stay in this relationship, we will either take your kids from you for us to put it in a safe environment than being here. So I had to make that decision. I either stay in a marriage, being abused with my kids, or I get out of the marriage and look after my kids. And I chose my kids.
So when you say domestic abuse, are we talking about physical abuse, or emotional abuse, combination of the two? Can you throw light on that?
We're talking about both. Physical abuse, verbal abuse, which is the hardest one, then the physical abuse. Emotional abuse also, yes.
So after sustaining this emotional abuse, how did you get out of it?
Well, I got out of it. It happened November, over 15 years ago.
Okay.
November in Minnesota. We usually had a terrible cold in November. Now we know we don't have much of a cold again. Yes. My ex-husband had just come back from Africa. He went to find his mom. He came back. And he told me, oh, I found somebody else who is better than you.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes. So my first thing was counseling, let's go to counseling. Let's call it church. He said he didn't believe in church because in church people gossip. So he's like, nope. He packed his things and he left the house. He left the house, just me and the 5 boys. My little one, Arsenio, who's 15 now, he was like 6, 7 months old. Every night, we used to live in Minnetonka. I had my godmom in Brooklyn Park. So I had to drive the kids to Brooklyn Park every morning. I used to work in Bloomington, and I had to start work 8:30 in the morning. Drove the kids Brooklyn Park, drove Bloomington to work. Got home, every night we get home, we had dinner and had our devotion. So we had a devotion that night.
You and the kids?
Me and the kids,
Okay.
yes. The kids went in their room and I went in my room. And because I always work at like 3 o'clock in the morning to start getting ready, getting the kids ready.
Right.
Around 1:30 to 2 o'clock, I felt these hands that I never felt before.
Right.
Kind of picked me up from my bed, say, get up. So I was like, I opened my eyes and looked around. Nobody was in the room.
Okay.
Like, okay, what's going on? I said, God, I'm so tired. I need to sleep because, within an hour I have to get up.
Right.
So I went back to bed. Then I felt the hands again and the voice said, get up for the second time. When I got up, the lights were on in the room, but nobody was there. So I'm like,
So this voice was audible?
no, it was a
Okay.
voice like the Lord waking me up.
Okay.
A voice I had never heard
You
before.
never heard before.
Yes. So I got up like, what's going on? And when I looked, the lights was on in the house. Going to bed, the lights was off.
Okay.
My room door was open. Going to bed, my room door was closed.
Okay.
So I jumped up. At that time, everybody had a home phone.
Okay.
Cell phone wasn't around like now.
Right.
So I reached out to get a phone, the lines were cut.
Mm.
Then I knew something was happening. I'm like, what's going on? I got up, I ran in the kids' room. The kids were still sleeping.
Okay.
I woke up my oldest son. I was like, get up, Moses. Someone broke into the house. They cut the phone. Let me drive to Cup Food and call the police and tell them something going on. So take your brothers, you're going in my room.
Okay.
Don't get outside. And I told him the way I was going to lock the door
Right.
to know that was me.
Right.
And he said, okay. So by the time we went in the kids' room, the front door opened.
Okay.
When the front door opened, when I looked, it was my ex-husband standing at the door.
Okay.
He had a black garbage bag.
Okay.
He had a butcher knife.
Mm.
Africa would say colors,
Right.
but he had to say butcher knife.
Right.
He had on a black
Machete.
pants,
Okay.
yeah, black t-shirt, just the socks on him.
Mhm.
And the word that came out of his mouth was, I will slaughter you tonight.
And what time of the night was this?
It was rough, like 1:30 in the
1:30
morning,
a.m.,
1:30,
okay.
yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And he said, I will slaughter you. And I was like, what? So he took that knife, he threw it at me. When he threw it, I bent and it hit the wall. The house had an island, in the kitchen.
Right.
So he ran to get it. My oldest son was up. The rest of the kids were still sleeping. We opened the door and ran outside. We ran outside because when I came from my room, I only had like my t-shirt on me. Nothing else was on, just my t-shirt. My son and I ran outside. We were yelling, calling, help, help, help. Nobody, coming outside because it's 1:30 in the morning.
Right. Right.
And Minnesota is cold. So all of a sudden, people's lights started coming on. And then I turned to see how far he was.
Right.
I tripped and I fell.
Okay.
When I fell, he grabbed me by my hair.
Mhm.
And he started dragging me. One of the neighbors opened the door and they pulled my son in the house.
Okay.
So he's dragging me and I'm yelling and crying. I'm like, just a moment. I don't know who took Moses.
Right.
Let me go back to the house for us to take him. Wherever you want to do, you can do it. But let me just take him for us to go back to the house. So he said, okay. So he left me and I stood up. My knees all bleeding. I'm bleeding like all on my legs because of the dragging.
Right. Right.
So he left me. We went and we knocked at the neighbor's door.
Okay.
I could see them peeking through the hole, but nobody was answering. Then 2 houses down, someone opened the door and then the guy like, what the F going on? Sorry for my language.
It's okay.
What's the F going on? So when he turned to talk to them, the neighbor pulled me in the house and slammed the door.
Mm.
When they slammed the door, he said, I got this here. I'm going back to the house and I will kill the kids. I will slaughter them.
Mm.
And before the cops come, I will escape to go Canada and nobody will catch me. I told the neighbor was on the phone with the cops.
Right.
So I'm like, I have to go back home. If this man want to kill me, he can kill me, but not my kids. So the cops telling him, said, don't let her go. Because if you let her go, he's going to kill her. It would take time before he killed the kids, but he would kill her. So don't let her go. Do whatever you can do. It's an Indian gentleman. He and his wife fighting me and my son because we're trying to get out of the house. They're fighting us. Then all of a sudden we heard like the police siren. We heard the helicopter and everything. And I'm like, what's going on? The cops, he knocked the door. He said, we should stay there. They haven't got him yet. We should stay there. So, okay. So we stay there. We're praying to God, like, God, please, I hope my kids are okay. God, please, I hope my kids are okay. Then after a few seconds, we heard a knock to the door. The cops said, you can go to the house. So my first thing was, is my kids okay?
Right.
He said, I don't know, but he told me you can go there. And I just felt like collapsing and crying. My son ran. He went there. When we got there, the windows were broken, the sliding doors,
Right.
the front doors. The cop said, sorry, but every time I come to them,
It's okay.
he took my little one, Arsenio, had him in his car seat. He woke up the other boys. He had them standing up, and he told them how he was going to kill them, and he was going to escape to go Canada.
So, just a quick break on that one. Is he the father of the 5 boys? Okay.
My two youngest ones.
So he's the father of the 2 youngest ones.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. So the cops, according to them, when he was standing there in front of the kids, they could have shoot him.
Right.
But the reason they didn't do it because our blood was going to waste on the kids and would be trauma for the kids. So someone had to come through the door, through the sliding door, and they arrested him.
Okay.
And at that time, I was undocumented.
Okay.
He's an American citizen.
Okay.
He had money,
Okay.
working,
Okay.
so he used that over me.
So all of these events happened right at the place where he went to find his mom in Liberia. The moment he came back, everything switched instantly at that moment. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he had that over me that if I ever, one of the reasons why I never told anybody about the abuse, because he always threatened me. If you ever to tell someone, I can call the immigration on you, and you can be deported.
Okay. So he was threatening you.
Yes.
Abusing you at the same time,
At the same
threatening
time.
you.
Yes.
Okay.
And the second reason, my family, in my entire family, nobody had ever gotten divorced when they married. It's for
Okay.
better for worse.
Okay.
And I didn't want to be the first person.
So you talked it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell no friends, nobody. I would come outside with, the brave face, like how we were taught or brought up to be. Brave, don't talk about abuse or anything.
Right.
So I was coming up like, oh yeah, my marriage is okay. Yes, I'm doing good. Yes. Yeah. But it was not.
So he has money,
Yeah.
right? And he has status. You didn't have status at the time.
No.
This abuse is going on. How did you transition from the abuse to even getting your status?
When that happened and the police arrested him,
Okay.
they had to take the kids and I from that house
Okay.
to St. Louis Park in an apartment.
Okay.
So we moved in the apartment because in the house it's like just take something. We just took a couple of clothes. We moved in a place in St. Louis Park.
Right.
We moved there because now they arrested him. They want to protect us.
Right.
So we there in St. Louis Park, sleep on the floor, just the comforter of the kids myself. But I'm still taking them to the godmom in Brooklyn Park.
Okay.
I'm still going to work. But the cops are following us, our day to day to make sure that we are okay.
So at this point, he's in custody, or?
At that point, he was in custody for 2 days.
Okay.
He paid the bond, whatever he had to pay, and then they released him.
Okay.
And when they released him, they called me to tell me that they released him.
Okay.
And where we were, they didn't want us to tell anybody our address, no friends, family. Nobody needed to know where we were because of the charges they had on him. So we needed to be safe and secure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And within that time, a friend of mine told me about legal aid in Minneapolis.
Legal aid, yeah.
Legal aid, yeah. So I called them to see how they can help me with my status. They wanted his information, like his passport, ID card, citizenship, all those documents they wanted a copy.
Right.
I had to go back to the house with all the cops knowing, and I managed to find that.
Okay.
He had all his papers. He had his blazer, and in the pocket, he put that there and kind of stitched the pocket up. So it's like, even you shaking, you won't even know. But when God wants you to find something, He will make you to find it. So I was able to find that, rent a cup foods, made a copy, because like I said, no cell phone at that time.
Right.
Made a copy, put it back to what I got it from.
Right.
As much as I couldn't stitch it as much as he did, but I did what I could do. Then I drove to legal aid and off of First Avenue.
Okay.
And I met with the attorney. I gave it to her with the police report.
And what are you talking about particularly? They said particular documents or just credit card. What was it that you had to get out of his jacket?
His passport.
His passport. Okay.
Naturalization, even though he came here when he was like 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
Naturalization.
Okay.
Driver's license.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you needed that to take to legal aid.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So once they received that, and then she got a copy of the police report,
Okay.
she was able to apply for VAWA for me.
Okay.
And
And VAWA is this process that immigration has that when anyone is being abused by a spouse who brought them here, they could use that system to get the status. Okay.
yes, yes, and you have to have proof.
You have to have proof of abuse,
Yes.
and you did have it through the
Yes.
police report.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
I had that proof, and she applied for that. I was able to get approved. The first status is like, okay, we're going to give her work authorization that will not expire
Okay.
until we can go through the process to give her a green card.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was able to get my work authorization first. But just to go back to the time my abuse happened,
Mm-hmm.
that year in Minnesota, we had 6 to 8 domestic abuse, women that lost their lives
Within 1 year?
within 1 month.
Oh, wow.
Within 1 month,
People who lost their lives
yes.
because of domestic
Abuse,
abuse.
yes.
Is it statewide or was it within the Liberian community?
It was in Minnesota, different nationality.
Okay, different nationalities.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Nigerians,
Okay.
Kenyans, and other,
Hmm.
that lost their lives from domestic abuse.
Wow.
Yeah.
8 persons within
Between
one
7
month.
to 8, yes.
Within a month.
Between October to November, so 1 month, yes.
So you're saying they lost their lives as a result of domestic abuse, or it was just domestic abuse cases that were reported within 1 month?
Domestic abuse. Some of them even have restraining orders
Okay.
against the spouse.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember a lady who works in St. Louis Park, a Nigerian lady, that had a restraining order against her ex-husband, her husband at that time.
Right.
And she went to work. She worked all day. Leaving work, he was waiting for her right where she had her car parking. He killed her right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. The other lady in Roseville, right in the house where the kids are, he killed her in the bathroom.
Wow. So 8 domestic abuse
Yes.
deaths
Yes.
within the month. Okay, and it wasn't within the same month that yours happened.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it was in the same month. And it's like, why God saved me?
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Do you think the hand of God was in it?
I would say yes.
Elaborate.
Yes, in a sense that, we all have purpose. And as long as you have not reached to the purpose that God had for
He's going to
you,
protect you.
yeah, He's going to protect you.
Okay.
Yeah. Because these women have careers, they have families, they have money, they have all these things, But why He saved me?
Right.
Undocumented, no money, have all these kids, why He saved me? I wasn't better than them.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the legal aid thing and how did you get your status on legal aid? How did you go to court? How did you get your divorce? And stuff like that.
Well, after legal aid applied and I was approved for VAWA,
Okay.
got a work authorization, was able to start working again. Before that even happened, when the kids and I went through moving from Minnetonka to St. Louis Park, I wasn't working. So at one point, the kids and I became homeless because I
Okay.
didn't have my status
Mm.
and I didn't have nothing.
Right.
We had a little car where imagine you having 5 boys
Okay.
plus myself in that little car. 2 kids are still in car seat.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 kids were still in car seat.
Mm.
So we all squeezed in that car. And every night we would drive to Lake Home. I know they changed the name now, but it used to be Lake Home.
Okay.
While the kids sleep in, I'm there going through depression and everything, and I'm crying.
Mm.
I don't know what to do. I felt useless, helpless.
Helpless.
And I just felt, yes, God saved me, but there's nothing for me to do on this earth. I'm going to take my life. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And at one point, one night, the kids in the car sleeping, and I cry and cry and cry and cry. And I had some flip phone, my doctor had a number.
Okay.
And I got in the car, like, okay, I'm driving through this lake, because if I'm going, my kids going with me.
Right.
I'm driving through this lake. By the time I put that car in drive, the phone rang. Who's calling me this time of the morning? Because it was like 3, 4 in the morning.
Okay.
Who's calling me this time? And I didn't want to answer.
Right.
I'm driving, then I said, okay. So I answered, I said, hello. And I heard my doctor saying, whatever you are planning to do,
Ooh.
you need to stop that now.
Wow.
And I just burst in, like, yelling, crying, put the car in park.
Speaking of a divine intervention.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. And what happened after that point?
She said, where are you? And I said, I don't want to tell you. She said, you got to tell me where you are. Otherwise, I'm calling the cops. And I told her where I was. She didn't tell me she was coming. I was on the phone, still talking, and she drove to where our car was parking. And she came there, she held me, and she said, this is not necessary. You can't do this.
So this is just your doctor,
Yes.
an ordinary primary doctor
Yes.
who basically want to see you 15 minutes and move on to the next person.
Yeah.
And she just got really deeply entrenched and really cared about you and what you were going through.
Yeah. She didn't know exactly everything I was going through,
Right.
but she said something woke her up that morning
Mm.
and said, call her and stop her. Whatever she's doing, stop her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's how she called me that morning.
So divine interventions are real. I know a buddy of mine back on East Coast, he was going through such trauma, and he had gasoline. He went to the gas station and purchased one, and he went around his home where his wife and kid were, but because he was so abused in the relationship, he was about to sprinkle gas around the house, and one of his co-workers caught him, like, whatever you're trying to do, don't do it. And that's how he got saved, his kid got saved, and his wife got saved. So there is something called divine intervention, and
Yes.
we can see that happening within your situation. So yeah, beyond that, and what happened after that?
After that, she talked to me, she calmed me down, and then she left. I didn't tell her we were homeless. I didn't tell her we're sleeping in the car.
Mm.
She just said, you going to go home? I said, yeah, I'm going to go home from here. She said, okay. So she had to leave. She said, I will check on you later. I said, okay, thank you. She left.
So you guys are sleeping in the car.
Yeah.
Hmm. How do you manage your day? You're sleeping in the car with 5 children. 2 of them are still in the car seats. Can you I know it's unimaginable, but can you describe what that looks like? What your typical day would look like? How do the kids take a shower? How do you guys do it?
Sorry.
It's
But
okay.
every time I go back to that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry. Well, I don't even know how we manage.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because at that time, the church that I used to go to,
Okay.
I reached out to the pastors, the members of the church.
Okay.
Everybody turned their back on me.
Hmm. Okay.
Everybody turned their back on me. But they reached out to my ex-husband. The person who tried to kill me and my kids, they reached out to him. They even agreed to testify against me in court.
Oh wow. Your church.
Yes.
Okay. This is getting very interesting. Go ahead.
Yeah. To testify against me in court. To testify for him. How good of a man he is. And how bad person I am. You know, it's better for him to have these kids than me. I'm not a good person.
So a person who came with Mercedes to kill you and the children,
Yeah.
who has put you through all of this trauma and refused to even get you papers in this country, but then the church is siding with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this man don't even go to that church.
And he doesn't go to that church.
No.
Okay.
No. He don't go to that church.
Mm.
Yeah. But they reached out to him.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they arrested him,
Mm-hmm.
when I called the church members that morning when it happened, crying on the phone, the first question they asked me was, where is he? They didn't ask me how I was doing, how my kids, they asked for him. When I said the cops arrested him, they wanted to know where he was. And they all got up, they went there. Nobody came to my aid, my kids especially, no, but it went to where he was.
So you guys are homeless, you are sleeping in the car with your 5 children. What trend? Because right now where you are in your life is most people's dream to be in your position now, but let's look at where you came from to even get here. So at the point where you're homeless with the kids in the car, you guys drive around and you're about to drive into a lake to end it all. The doctor came in and you transition from that. What happened beyond that point?
After that happened, 2-3 weeks later, you know, depression is not something that you can just overcome it in a day or in a week or so. It takes years, months, and then, especially if you're not getting the proper treatment that you need.
Right.
So I was still going through that. I went to Walgreens. I bought the Tylenol.
Okay.
250, I think it was 500 milligrams or 250 milligrams.
Okay.
I bought that. I wrote my little thing telling the kids how much I loved them.
Your suicide note?
Yes. I cut my little thing and I took that the entire job.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I took the entire job. And my oldest son just thought I was, you know, like sleeping. So after he said he lifted my hand just, you know, he ran, called for help, they called 911, took me to the hospital. They had to pump that medication out of me. And that same doctor, she was there again.
At the hospital?
Yeah, she was there. And when I was laying there, because my mom deceased,
Okay.
when I was laying there, I felt myself leaving my body.
Okay.
And I could see me laying down there while they're pumping that medication and telling me, wake up, you know, doing all those things. Then my mom, I started walking with her and told her how tired I was and how it was just too much for me. I couldn't handle it. She said, no, your kids need you. It ain't time for you to come here. And I was crying, like, no, mom, no, mom. And she just pushed me back.
Your deceased mom?
Yeah. And when she pushed me back, it's like I hit my body on the table and I just jumped on. Because according to the doctors and other people, they were doing everything, but it's like I was going. So once she pushed me back, my body went, my spirit went back in my body, and I kind of, you know.
That's when you got revived.
Yeah, like what's going on? And my doctor, she asked everybody to get outside. And she started saying the F word and every word to me. And she told me, if you ever to come back in this hospital, should be either to have a baby or credit, you know, but not to take your life. She said you're alive and you don't have no one to help you or help your kids. If you die tomorrow, who's going to help your kids?
Yeah.
And these kids are all babies. You got a man who's trying to kill you, trying to kill your kids, and you want to do this? Is it necessary? And I sat there again like a baby. I started crying.
Of course, you're helpless.
Yeah, the kids and I.
Okay.
Like, okay, you know, I'm making some money. I can get a better place. You sure you're going to be safe? I'm like, yeah. So the kids and I moved to Plymouth. When we moved to Plymouth, we were there. We didn't see him. He went through the court system. I had to file for divorce.
Okay.
I filed for divorce. Legal aid was representing me. He had a lawyer. And through my paper process, he didn't know that I had my paper.
Okay. He didn't know you had status.
Status. No, he didn't.
Okay.
So going to court, he and his attorney, they painted me to be this bad person. Number one, she's illegal. She all this, Yeah, people from her church can come and testify against her and things like that. And these are all guys that was at the church. Okay, that would testify, that wanted to testify against me.
Okay.
People who I thought they were brothers to me,
Mm-hmm.
who I thought they were church members to me,
Right.
who I thought they were pastor and other people to me,
Mm-hmm.
but they wanted to testify against me. But I never had no bad
Right.
deeding, nothing with
What are you
it.
testifying? Like,
Yeah.
what testimonies are you given
Yes.
that will protect him against you? Meanwhile, he's the aggressor and the abuser. Okay, continue.
So within that time, when filed for divorce, the judge at that time, she was leaning towards him.
Okay.
A lady judge.
Okay.
He got money. He got, the right attorney who can pull one and one together. Because legal aid attorney, they're good, don't get me wrong. But most of the time, they would not really fight for you. How they should fight for you.
Yeah. They're just getting out of school and trying to get their feet wet in the legal system.
Yes. But don't get me wrong, guys. Legal aid attorney are good. But yeah. And that was the thing why I kept facing. They want me to agree. This man want custody of my kids. How can I get custody to him after what we have gone through? And they want me to say yes. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. So at one point, that attorney I have dropped me.
Oh.
Couldn't represent me because I would not listen to him.
Right.
So I had to start again from square one. I had to ask the judge or the court for extension.
Okay.
So I had to file the paperwork myself. Then someone introduced me to an attorney in Blaine, right by Northtown Mall.
Okay.
I went there. I met with him. He charged me some money. I had the money. I paid him. When he looked at the case, he's like, why would they even get him custody?
Right.
Why they doing this and why they doing that?
After all of the record he's
Yes.
had, domestic abuse, how would you give custody to a person who, have perpetuated domestic abuse against you towards his children, and then the court want to give him custody to do what? To kill the children?
To kill. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. When I got his lawyer, he asked for another extension to get more documents from the hospital, from a doctor, all these other people. Then he asked a couple of friends and things who were able to sign affidavit, explaining what I've been going through.
Okay.
So I had those to do for me. He said, what about the church? I'm like, no. Because nobody from the church would help me. And he just couldn't believe that people would do that.
Right.
Yeah. So he went ahead, after the extension time he asked for, we put all the paperwork together, we went to court. That was his first time seeing me, I think, almost a year.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got there, he and his attorney happy, right? Saying how he taking my kids and how I'm going to lost custody and how I'm going to be deported and all these things. He's so happy. But before I went to court, I started to pray to God to show me a sign if I'm going to lose my kids or if I'm going to get my kids. Then a friend introduced me to a pastor who's in Liberia.
Okay.
She said, call him because he helped me through she said God first, but he helped pray with me and for me through my situation.
Right.
And you're going through, not what I went through, but you're going through something you need that guidance.
Right.
So I called him. He said, let me call you back the next day. And the next day he did call me back. He started praying with me. And he told me, he said, you believe in God? I'm like, yes. That's the only way I was brought up, to believe in God.
Right.
The church and everything from little girl, Sunday school and all these things here.
Right.
He said, everything is well. And I'm like, what you mean? He said, it is well. And I'm like, dude, I don't want you to tell me, yes, you're going to win custody. Yes, you're going to, you telling me? He said, no. If anybody tell you it is well, say I receive it and say thank you. I'm like, oh gosh, whatever, I receive it. That's exactly what I said. So he said, what time is your court? I said, my court starts at 10:30.
Okay.
He said, make sure you're there before him.
Okay.
And I was like, what do you mean? He said, just make sure you're there before him. So I said, okay. So that night, I didn't sleep the whole night. I just kept asking God to show me a sign, how things were going to go. I left the house. I dropped the kids to the godmom in Brooklyn Park, and I got on the way to go downtown to the family court around 7 o'clock, so early. 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm driving. And over Tiger Field, I saw a rainbow.
Okay.
That was too early for a rainbow. So I'm like, God, is that you? If that's you, show me it again. Then the second one appeared.
Oh, okay.
It was 2 rainbows. And I started crying and just saying thank you to God. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I just kept telling him, thank you, God, and was just crying like, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God. When I reached in the parking, and I just continued saying thank you, and people looking at me like, is she crazy? What happened to her?
Right.
I got in the courthouse like, thank you, God, thank you, God. I got there 1 hour before him.
Okay.
When this man got there, he saw me. He said, sorry for my language. He said, damn it, what the? So I'm like, what is he saying that for? Because he was always there before me. So I'm like, okay. Well, we went upstairs. By the time we got there, everything changed. This judge, who had already told my attorney, she's going to get this man custody. I will have to work and pay this man.
Oh. Even though he has money.
Yes.
Okay.
I would have to work and pay this man. Child support and everything. We got there, he and his attorney, happy. My attorney had presented my status to the judge and other things. So he had to talk first, his attorney to talk. And they're talking about how she don't have status and they're going to deport her and all these things. And the judge looking at him like this, looking like this, looking like this. And when he got through, the judge said, stand up. So he stood up. Say, you married to this woman and you have kids. Say, even these other kids, not for you, but you met her when these kids were young. So these kids look to you as a father. And you happy because she's going to be deported. You have a status. You don't want to help her with her status. You try to kill her and kill even your own kids to kill them. And you telling me it been over 2 years. You had not one day give her $1 to help take care of your kids.
But you want custody.
But you want custody? The judge looked at me, he said, okay, I see it. He said, I'm giving you full physical and legal custody of your kids. And I'm like, what? I started
the same judge who didn't do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Who had told us that she was leaning on giving him everything.
Right.
She said, I'm giving you full physical and legal custody of your kids. And she turned to him, she said, you have one Thursday in a month to see your kids. And she would take the kids to the police station off of Brooklyn Boulevard. You will go there and see these kids for 2 hours or 1 hour, and that's it. And I started crying. Then his lawyer got up and said, oh, she don't even have her paper. The judge's like, yes, she does. Oh, we want, she said, no, you don't have to see it. If he was a man enough, regardless of whatever happened, he was going to help her with her status. Yeah.
Quite interesting. So you've won legal custody of the children. At this point, you're working.
Yes.
Right? At this point, are you still homeless or do you guys... Okay, at this point, you guys have a place.
Yeah.
So he sees the children at least once a week or once a month at the police station. And so what does life look like beyond that point?
Life is still hard.
Okay.
It was still stressful. Because I'm working, but I haven't gone through any therapy, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I haven't gone through that. I'm trying to act like a superwoman. I'm trying to be brave for these kids.
Right.
I'm trying to put up the brave and happy face for the kids. I don't want them to see me as a weak person. But I'm not taking that time for myself.
Gotcha. So tell me about this angel that took on you and the kids and got you a place to stay and eventually just disappeared.
When Bell Mortgage, I love shoes. Once I started getting back on my feet, I was crazy about buying shoes. So she's like, I always see you wear all kinds of beautiful shoes. We were working at Belmont together.
Okay.
She said, I always see you wearing all kinds of beautiful shoes. I'm like, okay. Because at that time, Pillars were around and they had Fashion Fab or something.
Okay.
You know, the cheap shoes,
Right.
but it used to look good.
Right.
Yep. So I used to wear those. She said, then she started talking to me. And I seem to be a strong person,
Right.
but I'm quick to cry. I'm very emotional. Yes. So when she started talking to me, I started crying. Because everybody who I work with there always saw me to be this strong woman.
Right.
She got 5 boys. Man, this lady's strong. I was there before the door opened. I was the last person in the office. Even though I had kids I needed to go home to, but I was there, you know. So when she started talking to me, I started crying. She's like, what? Then I explained to her what I had been going through, just a little bit, and what the kids had been, you know, going through.
Right.
She's like, wow, I can't believe it. And I'm like, yeah. This lady, she said, what are you doing tonight? I'm like, nothing. She said, okay. She gave me the place. I'm going to meet you and the kids here downtown Minneapolis, Pizza Luce.
Okay.
So when we met there, spread of pizza. Our first time having like really good food, you know, in a long time. So we sat there, chicken wings, pizza, and all kinds of things we ate. Then she told them to make more, box up also carry.
Okay.
So we boxed that and we took it. When she come into work in the morning, she made sure she bring me something. And then she'll just order for the kids. And she told the kids to call her Grandma Cookie.
Grandma Cookie.
Yep. So the kids were calling her Grandma Cookie.
Okay.
And she was doing all of that. So one day she said, what is your dream? I said, to own my house, to be in a house. She said, where? I said, Glenmere, Maple Grove, but especially Maple Grove.
So this is a workmate?
Yeah.
A workmate, not a senior?
No.
Okay.
No. And here's another thing. This lady would take her paycheck. She was taking her paycheck. From the day I talked to her about what I was going through, she would take her paycheck and give it to me. And the company, Bell Mortgage, had this thing that every year they would have a big Christmas party.
Right.
And everybody who works there, they will give you like $500 each for your kids.
Right.
Then they'll give you $1,000 or $2,000 to pay it forward to someone.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. So she went around, she talked to everybody there for them to pay it forward to me. And I didn't even know any of that. You know, what I got, I was satisfied with what I got,
Right.
especially for the kids,
Right.
you know, and thing. I was satisfied. And when she gave me, I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? You know, we all took pictures and thing with the other people. She wasn't even there during the picture time, but all the other people who was there, we took pictures. So one day, she said, she didn't, one thing here is that she didn't like, what is the department store called? Macy's.
She didn't like Macy's.
She said Macy's is too cheap for her.
Oh. Okay.
Macy's is too cheap. Car Foods is too cheap. So she was buying us food from Lawrence and Biley's,
Okay.
Whole Foods, yeah. And she's taking the kids places and things where you go, you sit there, bring the champagne, you'll sit down, and they bring in all these clothes. That's where she started taking the kids at night.
Okay.
And I was just, wow, God, I can't believe this. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. So this day she said, oh, we're going out to go eat. I'm like, okay. We went out with the kids, and we ate, she and her fiance. We ate and everything. Then she said, let's drive Maple Grove. So we drove Maple Grove. She said, we drove in this yard.
Right.
A lot of townhomes and things. She said, do you like that house over there? I'm like, yeah, that's beautiful. You know, I wish I had that.
Right.
She said, well, go knock the door and see who lives there. Lady, I'm a black woman. I ain't knocking nobody's door. But she said, no, come on, you gotta do it. I was like, no. So I told one of the kids, you would think that I'm protecting kids, but no, I sent one of the kids in front to go knock the door, but I was behind. So we knocking the door, nobody. When I turned around, she had the keys in her hands.
Oh, okay.
She said, congratulations, your place.
Oh, so she secured a house for you guys in Maple Grove?
Yes.
Yeah. But wait a minute. So this lady is a workmate.
Yeah.
She is not a manager. She's not a VP for the bank.
No.
She heard your story and she starts to just shower you and the children with gifts. Yeah. And now she got you guys a home.
Yeah.
So speaking of an angel, let's keep going to understand what is really going on here.
When she gave us the keys, I started crying again. She said, open the door. When we opened the door, the whole house was furnished.
Wow.
Furniture is all over.
This cannot be a workmate. You know, absolutely. You guys, obviously, you guys are making the same amount of money.
Yeah.
So she got you this beautiful house with you and the kids.
Yeah.
And
furniture all.
It's furnished.
Yes.
Okay.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
Okay.
The master bedroom had everything in it I need. Even clothes was there.
Oh wow.
When we got there. Clothes and things was there.
Wow.
The refrigerator had food. And she said, I'll take care of everything. I got everything. And I'm like, what? She said, yeah. The money you work in, just save your money.
So she's paying the bills?
Yes.
Paying the mortgage of the house? Wow. Okay.
And this lady having lobster, seafood from me every week come to the house to us. That was my first time seeing a live lobster. You know, it comes and still,
Right.
Every week it's come to us. And she keep telling me, pay it forward.
Okay.
And I'm like, what you mean for that? She said, God gave you 2 hands. One for yourself and this one to help someone. If you can't help someone, you see someone struggling,
Right.
don't say nothing, just go. Yeah.
If you can't help them, don't hurt them.
Don't hurt it. Yeah. And you know, sometimes when you're in situation or you're going through things, you answer to everything. Even if you don't understand it,
Right.
you still answer.
Because you're desperate.
Yes. I was in that stage of being desperate. I was answering to everything. You know, when she said, pay it for, I'm like, oh yeah, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. But I didn't know exactly.
You didn't know what it meant.
No. I didn't know. You know, you got 2 hands, one for yourself.
Right.
I said, oh yeah, that is true. But no, I didn't know what it meant.
What's the ethnicity of this woman?
American, Caucasian.
She's a Caucasian
Yes.
woman.
Yes.
Okay. And she got you guys this place.
Yeah.
And she's paying the mortgage.
Yeah.
Paying the utility bills. Okay. And she's still at work with you.
She's still there. She's still there
Okay.
for 1 whole year.
For an entire year.
For an entire year.
Okay.
She's still there. And she's taking us to every fancy restaurant you can think about in Minnesota. Every games you can think about. We ain't just going to sit a nosebleed. No, you're sitting right there. Everything she had on her. She'll take the kids on the yacht and things like that.
Wow.
Yeah. And everything. And I never put 1 and 1 together like, why is she doing this?
Yeah, but besides that, this is just a co-worker.
Yeah.
Where is she getting all of these resources from to shower you and the kids with these expensive gifts?
Yeah.
Got you a house, paying the bills in the house, paying the mortgage, and you're working and saving your money.
Yeah.
So that happened for a year.
A year.
Okay. What happens after the year came to a close?
After a year, she didn't show up to work for 2 days.
Okay.
And then everybody was asking me because they knew how close it was.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. You know, I called her, no answer and nothing. And the house that I knew she had in Minnetonka,
Right.
I drove there, the house was empty.
Okay.
It's like nobody was there in the place. And I was scared, you know, because the house, like even the driveway,
Right.
was looking like nobody had been there for I don't know how long. But this is a place that I think I was just there last week or last month or something.
Right.
How can all of a sudden?
How can it look deserted?
Yeah. You know, like, okay, what's going on? But I'm like, okay, maybe she's okay. I'm calling the phone, bang, 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 bang. You know, the number you call has been, disconnected also. That's what they say. Yeah, everybody in the place, I was like, I don't know. And that was it.
Wow. There's a thing that says, He lift me up, turn me around, and set me on my way. So this is pretty much of an intervention that came from a real angel that came in human flesh. So this lady was an associate of yours working in the mortgage department there. She took on you and the kids, got you guys a place to stay, paid the mortgage, paid the utilities, and after 12 months, she disappeared out of thin air, and you couldn't contact her till today.
Yeah.
Do you still remember her name?
I know her name was Christy.
Okay.
But I don't remember their last name.
Okay.
And the kids, even up to now, they still ask for grandma cookie.
Grandma cookie.
Yeah.
Because she asked you to call her cookie.
Yeah.
Amazing story. So throughout all of your journey, as difficult as it was, you saw the hands of God in it every step of the way.
A lot of
Every
times.
step of the way.
Yeah.
So now you've gone through, you survived abuse, homelessness, and now to supporting families in the community. Um, what pushed you to actually keep going on? Or how did you even get started? How did you get started before you became this huge provider of resources in Hennepin County, one of the biggest providers of food, household items. I mean, when I went to your office, there was just no space.
No space.
There was not even a space for us to have a meeting.
Yep.
And the community is just doing well because of your work. So how did you get from that point where now that she has left, she's nowhere to be found, you have to now take over the mortgage. Between that point and starting task force where you're providing food and everything for everybody else, could you just elaborate?
After she left, I felt the need of getting my own place.
Okay.
Because number one, I didn't even know.
You didn't even know who to pay the rent to.
So
you were saving for 12 months.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I felt the need of getting my own place. I was saving, but my credit was not okay.
Okay.
So I had a friend who introduced me to a gentleman by the name of John. And John pulled my credit. We got 3 scores, right?
Right.
512, 520, 520.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get nothing.
No, of course.
Yeah. He said, oh, I can work with you. I'm like, really? He said, yeah, just give me 30 days. I was like, okay. So within 30 days, I didn't have to pay him nothing.
Right.
Within 30 days, he called me. My credit score was 640, 620, and 620.
Okay.
So he qualified me for FHA.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, going to get a home by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Being an independent person now.
Right.
Yeah. So the kids and I, we started looking around. We got a home again in Maple Grove. Because the kids started going to school, got friends. I loved the place. We got a home there. So when we got a home, I have my money in my bank account, right?
Right.
One day when I was at Bell Mortgage, a lady and she's like, you need to open a stock or something.
Mm-hmm.
I know nothing about no stock.
She's trying to advise you for investing.
Yes. Okay. She filled up some kind of paper for me. I don't even remember how much I put there, and I forgot it. And it just went over and over. The gentleman the pastor in Liberia who pray with me at that time, he told me, oh, by the end of this year, I see you owning your own home. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I have a spiritual sister. She lives in Atlanta.
Okay.
Then she said the same thing to me. The Lord gave you your own home.
Right.
I'm like, okay, whatever. Then she told me, when someone tell you things like that, the prophet said, I receive it.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I receive it. And I kind of left it like that. Then a week later, she said, oh, I see you receiving a lot of money. I'm like, I receive it because I was money, right? I'm like, okay, I receive it. But I didn't think about nothing. So when the kids and I started looking for our home and thing, we found this beautiful townhome. We saw 3. He said, you got to make the first, second, and third. So we did, first choice, second, and third. We did that. We went home that day, we prayed about it and thing. So the first place that we liked, they refused our offer.
Okay.
The second place accepted the offer.
Okay.
When they accepted the offer, we had to call, to inspect the place.
Right.
So when they inspect the place, some things needed to be fixed, and they had certain hours to fix it or so. So they didn't fix it. But the Bible says, when something for you, it's for you.
Yes, absolutely.
The first house that refused our offer, the other people offered, they accepted, it didn't go through.
Right, it fell through.
Yeah. So then they called right away. The money that we were offering them, they even wanted us to lower that money.
Okay.
We're like, oh, sweet.
Mm.
So we left the other place there. We're like, okay, we'll take this place.
Right.
But then the enemy or the Satan have his way of fighting you
Right.
when he knows God has a
His
purpose.
hands on you.
Yes, for you. Within that time, the money that my god sister had prophesied I was going to get,
Mm-hmm.
I got in the mail. We go home on a Friday, open the mailbox, and I seen a letter from a company saying, if this is Denise, please call this number here because we've been trying to get in contact with you.
Right.
I'm like, okay. It was Friday. I couldn't call nobody. So Monday on my way to work, I called.
Mm-hmm.
They asked me to do some verification. I did everything. So they said, yeah, you bought a stock this time.
Mm-hmm.
And this it went up. We were trying to get hold of you to see if you wanted to cash it in, but you didn't do it. Now, it's been dropping, but this is the amount. Do you want it? I'm like, yeah, I want it. So I said, yeah, I want it. So they said, okay, we're going to email you some papers and things, do it. And I'm like, can I have a direct deposit? They said, oh, yeah, you can have direct deposit.
Right.
I'm like, okay. So within that time, in my personal account, I had like 15,000 in my account.
Right.
For my house, right?
Right.
We do the closing in the house. So we went, we done inspect everything is okay. We got the closing, this setup and everything. We started packing our things from the old place and think,
Right.
oh my God, we're moving in our new place, the kids and I was so happy. Friday I went to work, I checked my account, the money there.
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, let me go to Sam's Club and buy some food. I can just cook and freeze it. So once we move to the new place, I don't have to be cooking for some time.
Right.
I went to Sam's Club, then the kids texting, right? Mommy, we need milk. Mommy, we need cereal. Mommy, we need bread. So I bought all those things. When I get my car, it said decline. How can it decline when I know I have money in my account?
Right.
I swap my car again, it says decline. I tell the girl, I said, hold on. I checked my account was negative.
What happened to the $15,000?
Someone had hacked my account.
Oh, so they reached out to you that you had some money.
Yeah. That was it wasn't them.
Oh, it wasn't them.
No,
Okay.
no, it wasn't them.
Mm.
Somebody had hacked my account.
Mm. You're at the brink of closing
Yes.
your home, and
Yes.
the resources you needed for down
Yes.
payment is now zeroed
Yes.
out.
Yeah. And was scheduled to close it next day on a Thursday.
Wow.
And this is Friday.
Mm.
And this is, yeah. And
Wow.
I was like, oh my gosh. I almost passed out in Sam's Club.
Mm.
I told the girl, I said, can you please put everything back? I'm so sorry. I drove home and I started crying. I explained to the kids like, really, mommy? I'm like, yeah. Then I called my spiritual sister. I explained to her. She said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Then she cashed out me $50 to buy bread and milk that night for the kids. But I was just crying, like, what am I going to do? It was true, Wells Fargo. It's Friday. You calling, everywhere already closed.
Right.
You have to wait until Monday. Because even Saturday, it just most of the time, like ATM or other things, and it can really help you. But Saturday, because I couldn't even sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I drove Saturday, Wells Fargo in Brooklyn Park. Like, this, what's going on?
Right.
It's like, oh, someone hacked your account online. They couldn't even say trace that. They didn't even know how that
Yeah, they
happened.
didn't know how it happened.
I got to close within 3-4 days, and you telling me this?
Right. Right.
How am I going to manage? So I called a realtor. I was like, I don't know what to say. So I explained to her. She said, what? We called a loan officer. The same guy who helped fix my credit, he was the loan officer, right?
Right.
So we called him. Very nice man. He said, you believe in God?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah. He said, and if this house for you, that's for you.
Yeah.
If it's not, then it's not. Then
Yeah.
God's going to give you something else.
Right.
I'm like, but we're already, he said, no. You just, I'm like, okay. We left it like that. He reached out to the sellers and told them what had happened.
Right.
Guess what the sellers say? 3 hours later, I heard a knock to my door. Before she hung up, she asked me for my address, where I was living, right? I gave it to her. So I heard a knock to the door. When I opened the door, it was a gentleman standing to the door. He said, my sister just called me and told me to come here and give you this money. And I'm like, what? In cash. He said, my sister said she gave you this money.
Do you know him?
No.
Who's your sister?
The girl my friend who was in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's her brother. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm like, what? He said, yeah. And I picked up the phone, I called her, she said, girl, I love you. Take care of you and the kids, okay? I'm like, I will pay you back. I said, I love you. I ain't asking you for no money. She said, but I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
Wow.
I called the loan officer. I was like, I have the money. He said, well, you have to go deposit it. And we have to wait for, all kinds of things. Yeah. So once everything was clear, everything was okay, then I received that other check. The kids and I were able to close on the house.
Wow.
It took us another 2 months and a half. And those people waited for us.
Wow.
We closed on the house. When we moved, I was going crazy. Being homeless, being hungry, being depressed, being, all these things I had gone through. I started buying food like crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The only place I didn't have food store was in the bathroom.
Oh, wow.
I had it in the laundry room, all the closet, everywhere. The dining room, living room, we couldn't even sit. Everywhere was food, like boxes and boxes of food. It's like the world got me to an end or something, but I was just buying food, like crazy buying food. My little son, Arsenio, for every time he goes into school, he always taking colorful bag with food and carrying it. And I started getting mad. Remember when we were homeless? Remember when we didn't have this? Why are you doing this? And he was standing there with a little face. He said, I got friends in school, mommy, that they can't afford it. And we have all this food.
Wow.
I'm like, whatever. And he will go. And it went on and on. And one day I told him, I'm like, honey, this got to stop. Then he put me back to what Grandma Cookie used to say. Remember what Grandma Cookie used to say? Pay it forward. Mommy, you got 2 hands. This for you that want to help somebody.
So the boys
are
reminding you now. Okay.
And guess what I said? Oh, wherever. He said no. He kept saying it. Then the other kids started saying it. Then he picked up one of the cereal. He said, Mommy, look here. How much can we eat? This food will expire. And we expire, you end up throwing it away. And people out there who need it.
Right.
So why you keep buying all these things? We don't even have no space.
So God is speaking to you even through your children now. Okay.
Yep. We can't sit on the dining room table and nothing. Yeah. And that's when he told me, let's start a nonprofit. I don't know nothing about nonprofit, but we posted on Facebook, who needs food, let us know.
Right.
And 7 people responded.
Okay.
And in the Bible, 7 is the number of completion. Yes. And that's how.
So 7 people showed up at your house for the surplus that you had. Okay. So we'll be wrapping up pretty soon. So 7 people showed up at your house. Just to get the surplus that you had at home after you going through all of the homelessness, depression, and now that you have your own house, the children are fine, you got a job, and everything's going on. So now that people showed up, the inspiration came that you should start a non-for-profit that will feed the community. And look what you are doing now through Task Force. Wow. We're going to take a short break, and let's talk about what is happening at Task Force. Okay, so we have spoken about the trials and tribulations you went through, homelessness with your 5 boys, and you have a heavenly visit, an angelic visitation where some resources were provided to you, a home was provided to you miraculously, and Cookie disappeared in thin air. But now you and your boys got together and decided to start a non-for-profit. And that non-for-profit, Task Force Inc., is making such an enormous difference in our community located in Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center, where I see families coming in and the lines are around the building. And I see volunteers from all walks of life, and people are coming in to get food, to get bedding, to get just whatever it is that's out there. Those are brand new things. The food that you serve, they're not food that are expiring. You got donors from Amazon to other places. Let's talk about Task Force a little and see where and also discuss where it's headed. So my first question to you along those lines is, um, what are some of the difficulties that you have faced running task force that people don't understand, that people don't see? They only see the brightness. They only see people coming in to get the resources, the food, and stuff like that. What are some of the struggles that task force is faced with on a daily basis or has been faced with?
Thank you. Well, some of the struggle that tax force has faced for the past almost 9 years, been around, been doing it, is getting our own place.
Okay.
Because all the places where I have, we rent, rent go up and depends on landlords. So rent and having real committed people. Yeah. We have also volunteers. We have people who comes, because not everybody who's entitled to stay somewhere forever. Some people just, transition. So we have people who come, but to have that real devoted person or people who will be there, work as hard as the visions and other and dreams of the organization is.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we found a little problem.
So you're struggling with volunteers.
Yeah.
But you're not struggling with those that will come to get the food.
No.
I'm a witness. So we're looking at a ratio of 1,000 to 3.
Yes.
So when when I witness some of the things that you do, I see for hours and hours and hours, people are riding their cars and just open up their hood. I mean, the trunks. And food is being poured in there, but they don't know where it comes from. They don't understand the grind behind it. So right now, what task force need is volunteers.
Yeah.
Okay. How can volunteers reach out to you?
Through our Facebook page,
Okay.
their website.
Okay.
We have a phone number there.
Okay.
Or sometimes some people calling my personal number
Okay.
or texting me. I tell people Facebook Messenger is better
Okay.
because I respond quicker than my page
Right.
because I got over 2,000 messages I haven't read on my
Okay,
phone.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, send me a message on Facebook Messenger and I do take 3 days in a week where I respond to all those messages and things that people send.
Okay. Well, what's the Facebook page? You can say it to the audience here, and we can drop it in the comment area below.
Okay.
What's the name of the Facebook page? The phone number to reach out for volunteers.
The Facebook page name is the same as the organization, Task Force Inc. TASKFORCEINC. And that's the same as the website. He will put a correct website page there. The phone number is 952-607-1681.
Awesome. So now, I know in a not-for-profit world, funding is a big deal. If you have funding, you can do what you need to do for your community. How has funding been? Have you had any challenges with people giving you help with funding? What are some of the challenges you've faced?
As a nonprofit, you will always need funding because there's always a lot of programs and a lot of things to take care of. But we have been very blessed.
Okay.
Very blessed. God has been very, very blessed. It has not been a time that I come to God and say, we need this cover, and somebody don't show up.
Right.
It has not been a time. I think I told you the story that one time we had only 25%, like 95% of our food in the place was gone.
Right.
All the shelf was empty. And I got in that day and the line was outside. And then next thing we didn't have nothing. And the Lord just spoke to me. He said, close your door and start speaking the word. Touch every shelf that you want to be filled with food and start speaking the word. And I have my anointing oil in my bag, at my office, at home, everywhere. So I put in my hands. I had one of my volunteers like, you believe? She said, yes. And we just started touching every door, started commanding volunteers, sponsors, partners, increase, because that's what he said. He said increase. So I just started saying increase on all this shelf and everything, increase, increase, increase. And I just said, Lord, I just said, thank you for increase in the name of Jesus. We receive it. And I left it like that. Yeah. There are some prayers that God answer before you finish.
Mm-hmm.
There are some prayers He answered the next day.
Right.
Maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe years.
How long it take for Him to answer that prayer?
2 days.
2 days. Did those shelter fall?
2 days.
Mm.
2 days. When we got through the next morning, we came back in. I got a call. Are you in? I'm like, yes, I'm here. Oh, the truck right outside to your door. When I opened it, it was a big old truck.
Mm.
And we started putting things down. So we put the things down. I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And by the time they left, we trying to pack these things. Then she called me. She's like, how long are you going to be in the office? I'm like 2:30. She said, can you be there longer? I'm like, sure, I'll be here longer. Another truck came again.
Oh, okay.
And while we're unpacking that truck, another truck was waiting for that one to leave.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another one, my niece Nally was there with her that day. She's like, I can't even breathe right now. Another, oh my gosh, it was just like, and I just sat there. God said, you asked for it.
Yeah.
You asked for increase.
Yeah.
And I gave it to you.
Yeah.
You have to speak the word.
Yeah.
Don't just speak, but you have to believe it when you speak it.
Yes. And He said, I'm going to bless you so abundantly that you wouldn't even have room enough to store it.
And that's what been happening.
And that's what happened.
Yes.
What pressure do you carry that nobody else sees?
The pressure I carry is sitting in meetings, convincing people why they should invest in Taxes Inc.
Mm-hmm.
Telling people of the work and thing that Taxes Inc. has done, the difference that we have been making.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But all through all, it's all, yeah.
So this is all you do now. You don't work outside of the task force.
I have a part-time job.
You have a part-time job.
Yes.
Okay.
That just like little or nothing.
Okay.
But tax force is our main, it's my main job.
Okay.
That I'm working there over 60 hours per week.
Okay.
That I'm over at Taxes Inc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the non-for-profit world, as an executive director, you should get paid competitively. Maybe that's something you might want to look into for the work that you do, because the work that you do is changing lives, and it has to stay, and it has to expand. So, what are some of the resources that you may have? Who has been some of the supporters of Task Force in Minnesota, from community members to leaders to celebrities? Who are those people that have been around you that has been helping out?
I'm grateful to, number one, my kids.
Okay.
They have been the backbone of this organization. God first. They have been the backbone of this organization, encouraging me, inspiring me, empowering me every day, to do what I'm doing. And then my team of volunteers that we have, as much as we need more volunteers, but the ones we have, they are awesome. We really love them and appreciate them very much.
Right.
And we do have athletes that support us, which I don't want to call their names, that support us also. Then we have some private donors that support us. And because of the work that we have been doing, let me just say something. If you are doing a job, or not job, if you are doing something in someone's life and does not wait to be rewarded for it,
Right.
your reward is way greater
Right.
than you sitting and say, hey, I'm doing this for you in exchange of this.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when I'm doing it, I'm not doing it in exchange for nothing.
Right.
And for that reason, the phone calls, people coming through that door, people just pouring into the organizations. Like, I can't even believe it. And every month, I'm a person who I like to set goals.
Right.
I journal a lot.
Right.
So every month, I will speak to God. Like, this month, I need 2 partners, or I need 3, or I need 4. If I don't get that 3 that month, I will add it on to the next month. Last month, everything that's asked God for, we got it for the organization. Yeah. We have, like you said, Amazon.
Yeah.
I got so much boxes of things. We got Amazon Fresh also just reached to us.
Amazon Fresh.
Yeah. They just reached out like, do you know what Amazon Fresh is? I'm like, no. Yep, they reached out to us. A t-shirt company that make good T-shirts. They reach out to us. They have brought boxes. The last time they called me, oh, I have 3 pallets. I don't even have space for one. Yeah. So they just brought some boxes instead of bringing the pallets.
Right.
You know, I was like, I don't have the space for that. As much as I need it, or the community need it, but we don't have that space for that.
Okay.
Then we have other organizations.
So given that's the reason why you believe you need your own space.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because with our own space,
you can have a huge warehouse.
Yes.
You can have pockets of different rooms that you can store different things. So you're not just giving food.
No.
Okay. You're giving everything else in between.
Oh gosh, we're giving everything. We have Doppers, the Doppers Bank. We have, I don't know how many. We had 2 pallets or something last week that came over.
Mattresses.
Mattresses, yes. We got mattresses. We got all these things. It just
And these aren't cheap mattresses.
no, and they're all brand new.
Are lives truly being changed? Are life truly changing because of you? Elaborate on that.
A lot. Every morning I go live for the organization, and then people say, through my life, I always say, before I end, I always say, check on your family and friends. Take care of yourself. I always post some inspirational thing.
Right.
And because of that, people like, oh my gosh, thank you very much. I'm calling my family. I'm checking on my family. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And it's just like, and when people come there just to hear my story or read about my story, people come there to telling me about their story, I'm crying. Because it's like, you think you got it bad until you hear what somebody else going through. We send kids and things to games. I have...
So like the Timberwolves games?
Yep.
Okay.
I had a kid, he like 20, 21 years old.
Right.
He got stage 4.
Okay.
Yeah. His grandma had called me because she always come to get food. So she called me. She's like, you got to pray for my son. But his wish was to meet one of the Timberwolves players.
Okay.
That was his wish. I'm like, really? So yeah. I was like, I got you. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, let me call you back. And the good thing, that person there, his mom is one of my friends.
Okay.
So I pick up phone, I texted her like, hey Queen, because she always called me Queen. Hey Queen, how are you? And then I asked her like, can you help me for this kid? He had a Lexus seat.
Okay.
He went there, he took pictures, and he was so happy. He said, if I lay down and die today, I'm completed. I'm like, no, you're not.
I know.
Yeah.
So what if task force disappears today? What's going to happen to the community? Because you have made so much dent, you have made so much impact that what would it look like if task force disappears?
Task force will not. In the name of Jesus, task force will not.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And that's the reason why I'm praying for us to expand it, and also collaboration, like with you and other partners or other organizations to collaborate, because it's way bigger than what people may see.
Yeah. That's a background for that question, because such an organization, if it doesn't sustain, there's a void that happens in the community that you're feeling right now, that the government is not able to fill, that the churches are not able to fill. But you come in and people just go in there and getting these high-end things for free.
Yes.
The good things in life are free, right?
It's free. We had 2 athletes that changed his whole wardrobe. He gave her everything. And I had it there. People was coming. And when they take it, we'll take some pictures and things, and I send it to them.
Okay.
But I wasn't telling them who things they were taking. Yeah.
Wow.
We just take pictures and send it. And they were so happy. Like, wow, thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're not selling these things.
Right.
You're giving it out. And that's the reason why task force is so different from the other organizations. And that's why people keep pouring into us.
It's among the top 5 in Minnesota.
Yes.
When it comes to giving.
Yes.
What are some of the requirements for an average person to get food or to get anything from task force?
As long as you can get there.
As long as you can get there,
Yes.
that's the only requirement.
That's the only requirement.
Because I know there are some food shelves in Minnesota, goodness, that when people who are in need go in there, you have to not just fill out the form, but those forms have to be approved. If you have to come between one particular hour to the next hour, and if you miss a few minutes, you're out. And the resources of the food are so rationed to the point that you'd be like, it's not worth it
Yeah.
to come here. But Denise, what are you really building?
I'm building a legacy.
A legacy.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a change maker.
Okay.
I'm building a future. I think I show you what I have on the wall in
Yes.
my office.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I'm doing this to see smile on my kids' faces.
Okay.
I'm doing it to see smile on kids that comes in and place their faces. I have this thing that every month I tell parents, if it's your kid's birthday, please let us know 2 or 3 days. We put a package together.
Okay.
Gifts, the cake mix, frosting, everything for you to go celebrate with your kids.
Okay.
When I was little, I never had birthday. Yeah, I never had birthday when I was little.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The last time that that my mom ever remembered my birthday, like the next year she passed away.
Hmm.
You know?
Wow.
And I tell people I didn't even have a backpack going to school. And because I didn't have those things, I want other kids to have it.
What are some things you've never ever said publicly
Ooh.
about your journey?
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Man. There's so much.
So much.
Yes. There's so much. You know, sometimes it's why me? Why me?
So do you think the difficulties in your journey is that fire, is that feel that's just pushing you and breaking barriers and breaking boundaries and breaking chains? Is that force, just putting all that you've gone through, others will just fall back and just do nothing, but you have paid it forward in such an enormous way. And I see this happening on a grand scheme. You already have people plugged in. You got a Timberwolves plugged in. You have other partners plugged in now. We're about to partner on this event, this fundraiser event in Minneapolis. And let's talk about that event a little. What's coming up? What are some of your expectations financially? What do you hope to raise, and who do you hope to see in the room?
I hope to see everybody in the room.
Everybody, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody, because everybody makes a difference in so many ways.
So many ways. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're planning our first, we've been around for almost 9 years.
And this is the first
fundraiser that we are having in collaboration with you.
Yes.
Yes. Our goals for that is to raise money for us to continue the work that we are doing.
Yes.
When Taxos Inc. started, we had the after school program.
Okay.
Yeah, we had the summer program that we used to do for kids.
Okay.
We had the elderly programs.
Okay.
Where most of our old moms and dads in the community, the kids bring them here. I apologize. The kids bring them here, but they're not really taking care of them.
Right.
So we used to pick them up on Mondays, take them to appointments, help them.
You mean the elderly women?
Yes.
Okay.
Help them do the immigration papers and a lot of things, that we do with them. Every month, that was the only thing every month for us to do that, But as time goes by, we kind of cut on those things because every funding will come out of my pocket to do it. Yeah. God bless me. And I'm like, I'm not holding wherever God bless me, where I'm going to be able to bless my community to be able to do things. But with more help coming in and more resources, we're able to reach more people.
If you could start over, what would you do differently?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. I would do it better than what I'm doing.
Wonderful question. Wonderful answer to that question. Because the negative, the positive, everything come together.
Yes.
Like I always told people, success, the ingredient for success is failures. So as you experience failures, just know that those are the different ingredients that are needed for you to succeed. So whenever you're feeling, this is not time to quit.
No.
Right. So we're going to expand on this. I look forward to the fundraiser. I look forward to what we can do together. Second Chance Youth Empowerment Project and Task Force. I see a huge impact being made across the spectrum in Hennepin County, across Hennepin County, and even beyond Minnesota, looking into other parts of the world that are in need of those kinds of services. So Denise, what you have done here in Minnesota is remarkable, and what you've done with your children, the kids are involved, the entire community are involved, your volunteers are so involved to the point where they feel one with your organization, and you've done some incredible things. What advice would you give to anyone who's out there that may be facing abuse in their homes, especially women?
Well, abuse is both women and men.
Yes.
For every time I have the opportunity to speak at colleges, churches and things,
Right.
most men would come to me after everything and say, I was abused. But because I'm a man, I have to be strong.
Yeah,
I can't tell, yes, I can't tell people. So, I can never tell someone to get out of their relationship. I can never tell someone to leave the homes. Everybody has their own shoes to walk in. But what I would tell you, your life is way precious and important than you sit there and being abused. The stigma that Africans community or other community put on people, you are way, way better than that. The red flags and things that we overlook, because I overlook the red flags. The red flags and things that we overlook, you are way better than that. And don't never let anybody tell you you are not important, you are not beautiful, you are not capable, no man will love you or no woman will love you. Don't let it brainwash you. Yeah.
Thank you, Denise. Your story has been one of resilience. Your story has been one of transformation. And your life shows it. Now, this is what true leadership looks like. I'm an author, I'm a leadership author, and most of what you do is laced in servant leadership. At your non-for-profit, when people are there, you're there working as equally as everybody else. You're not a top-heavy leader, and you're an example, a living example of a servant leader. And I look forward to working with you. I look forward to building this with you. I look forward to expanding things beyond where they are right now. So, guys, if you're listening, please get out there and come out and volunteer. If you have any connections that can help Task Force in Minnesota, reach out. We are here to help the community and beyond the community. Thanks for coming out today, and please subscribe to this channel so that we can bring guests like Denise here. Denise, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was wonderful having you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.